Hello, welcome to All Irish Sport. I'm delighted to be joined by the 2023 UFC Fight Pass Fighter of the Year, Callum Walsh. Callum, I suppose we're coming up now a couple of weeks away from, or even about a week away from your fight, Madison Square Garden. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good. I'm putting a lot of work for this fight. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt in my life, and I'm looking forward to getting in there to Madison Square Garden and showing all the work that I've put in.
For someone so young as yourself, you're 22, and this is the second. To,
23 now.
oh, you're 23 now. Sorry. Uh,
Uh,
there goes me research out the window. But look, you're still very, very young, and to be headlining Madison Square Garden, I think it's twice now in 4 months. And Paddy's Day as well. Going into Paddy's Day, it's such an Irish time, like all over the world. It's celebrated all over the world. And in Madison Square Garden, I think it was Michael Conlan a few years ago walked out with Conor McGregor, and you just saw the Irish and how much it meant to them. How much are you looking forward to going into that sort of atmosphere? And are you expecting maybe not that much in terms of fans, but in terms of the support anyway?
yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, like you said, twice in 4 months is unbelievable, and the hardest one is done. I was talking a while ago. I was saying like the hardest one is done. I went there 4 months ago and not knowing what to expect and not knowing what to walk out to and fought a hard 10 round fight. And I know I feel like this one's going to be much easier. St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're going to have a lot of Irish people there and going to be able to enjoy it a lot more this time, knowing what to expect, knowing that I've been there and I've done it before. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and seeing who shows up for the fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, people from back home in Cork, is there many of them coming over to support you? And what's the kind of feel like back home for you?
Yeah, I look through my DMs there every now and again. I just go through the requests and I see a lot of people asking about the fight and a lot of people saying that they're coming over to the fight. And obviously a lot of my family and friends they're all going to come over same as last time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to this one. I'm not really as nervous. I'm knowing that I've been there and I've done it already, and this time now I can go in and just show my skills and just enjoy this one.
Yeah, I saw you were back home over the Christmas and that. What was it like? Coming back. Obviously, you'd won the award and stuff like that. The level of support back home, was it much different from when you first left coming back? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, it's very different now every time I go home. But I try not to be different myself. I always do just like I was saying a while ago there in another interview. I always do the same stuff. I wake up in the morning, I'll go to the gym. I'll just meet up with the lads. Like the last when I was home, the last time was the darts were on, so we're just going to the pub every night and watching the darts. It's just like it's the job. Just to be able to go home and just live that normal life again. Just be myself and just hang around with my same friends I've always had, talk to the same people I've always talked to, and it's just like going back to reality. Sometimes being over here too long can get to your head. And you forget where you're from or whatever. And I feel like going home, especially being from Ireland. It's like if you're thinking you're too good, you're going to be brought back to reality fairly quick. So I
Yeah.
think, so I think it's good for me, to go home and just hang around with my same friends and just do simple stuff, go play a bit of football or whatever, and then go to the pub and watch the darts. And I actually had my girlfriend with me, Tabitha Ritchie. She fights in the UFC, and she's from Brazil or whatever. And she was saying like, is this all you do? Like, just go play a bit of football and go to the gym and go to the pub? And I was saying that's it. That's the life.
Us Irish, we like the simple life, isn't that right?
Simple for sure. Can't beat it, could you? Simple
Yeah,
life.
yeah, exactly. Obviously, our next fight's against Darren Yelezinov. How are you feeling going into that now? And I hope I pronounced his name right.
Yeah, I'm feeling unbelievable. It's like I've put in a lot of work for this fight. I haven't stopped training since the last fight. I took a couple of days off after that last fight, and I got straight back to work, no matter where I was. I was training everywhere. I was back home. I was getting some sparring back home and everything. So I put in a long camp for this fight, and I put in a lot of work, and I'm feeling it. And I can't wait to just go in there next week now and show it.
Yeah. And I suppose if things go well there, I know Dana White's said a couple of times about UFC Dublin, you're probably blue in the face of hearing it, or UFC Ireland if you're rather. And maybe potentially you help headline it. Is that something that you'd like to do? And is that something that maybe is in the cards if this fight goes well? Sorry.
Yeah, I know definitely there's a fight back home in the works. It's just like depends on obviously how this fight goes, and maybe one more fight, and then we'll take it back home. But it's just all about timing, and I don't really make the plans. They just tell me when to fight. That's Tom Loeffler and Dana White will make the plans, and whenever they think it's a good time, and whenever they want to do it, I'll trust them, and we'll go and do it. And they're not going to do anything small. That's the thing. Tom and Dana are going to put on the best show possible, and they're going to want to make sure the timing is right for it. So I think though definitely this year. I think once we get this next Madison Square Garden fight out of the way, and maybe one more, and get a couple of knockouts and get the hype going, and come back home then, and have a big fight back there.
Just lastly, do you think maybe the fact that you're headlining Madison Square Garden will give you that kind of experience, maybe, that if you're coming home to fight in front of an Irish crowd? I mean, we're renowned for being the best fans in the world. Maybe I say that with a bit of bias, but would that kind of prepare you for maybe the expectation if you do win, and that brings it, without looking too far ahead, of course?
Yeah, I'll take this fight. I'll just take it one fight at a time. I'll get this one out the way, and obviously I'll feel the Irish crowd there on St. Patrick's Day weekend. I'll get the feeling for it. I'll probably be dying to go home after this one now, after feeling that buzz. So yeah, but we'll just get this fight out of the way first, and get this win, and hopefully then we can start planning towards a homecoming fight.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thanks very much for your time. Best of luck next week, and we'll be supporting you from the Green Emerald Oil, of course.
Perfect. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Cheers.